the thing that I really love about the MyMix system, being with GC Pro, I design systems for houses of worship all the time. In fact, I'm heading to Savannah area right now for that very thing. And what I love about the personal monitoring systems in general is how much easier it makes it if you have a volunteer. Because most churches have a volunteer front of house engineer.
Absolutely.
And the easier you can make it on them, I'm all for it. But with MyMix, what I love about it more than anything is it's a processor. And you have the ability to actually name who it is and put effects on it. And it just makes it that much easier for the worship teams to come in and have a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you talk about the experience, if you're dealing with high-level musicians, it's about sound quality. If you're dealing with those that you might play every other week and, that's the only time they get out and play, for them that experience might be simplicity. So it's whatever you can do to accomplish both of those, I think it's just a win-win scenario.
I completely agree. And here's the cool thing for me is that this is what I do for a living. And the MyMix accomplishes both of those for me. Because literally it is the best sounding personal monitor box that I have used to date. And I've used the Roland, haven't used the Proco, heard the Proco was amazing, but haven't used that. And then also using Aviom, of course, in 90% of churches across America. And I think here's the thing about Aviom, I told DJ this, is the fact that they're kind of like Bose speakers. Those speakers are probably one of the least quality that are out there, but yet they have most of the market share in the home theater world just because of their advertising has been fantastic. And they were one of the first ones there. So they have the market share. Well, Aviom has done the same thing. They were the first ones there. They have the market share, but yet in every church that does it, they go in and they say, oh, we have to have the Aviom. Well, the thing is even the MyMix, I'm pretty sure the MyMix is even cheaper than the Aviom, and yet it sounds 4 million times better. It blows my mind that these guys haven't blown up yet. But I think it's on the way because I think people are really starting to pay more attention to their sound.
Well, here's a trick question. You have a cold, you have to blow your nose. What do you reach for?
Kleenex.
Kleenex, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a tissue.
Exactly.
It's the brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When I get clients that call me, they say, I want to buy an Aviom system, and the Aviom system is great. I've been using it for years. I highly recommend it, but, there are lots of options today. But sometimes they call in asking for an Aviom system, and it turns out they're asking for something else. They just think that's what it's called. So
exactly.
Aviom, we have to definitely credit them for creating this market. And but it really is a branding.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I kind of feel the same way about the Pro Tools brand. I mean, it's not the only multi-track system out there, but it's cornered the market, so it's just what most everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But I wanted to throw this question out to Greg, and then to Greg Butler. Then I'm gonna have a few of you follow up on it. And especially you, Hosea. But Greg, as an engineer, talk about the challenge of the personal mixer and the request that you get from a musician or singer because they're not used to mixing themselves or don't even know how to mix. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, that's it. I don't even think I need to say anymore. I think a lot of guys I've dealt with when it comes to talent on stage, I realized that it wasn't me. It wasn't a bad signal. It wasn't a dirty signal at all. It's just that they did not know how to mix. A lot of guys, and they seem to, just off the rip. People think if you have a bass, you add bass to that bass.
Right.
When in actuality, that's that'll create more of what the bass guitar already carries, and that can dirty up a mix. A lot of guys just don't understand mixing. And once you just try to teach someone or show someone or even set their mix for them, I think that helps out a whole lot. But the first thing is, if you're going to have a personal monitor, I feel you need to know the basics of mixing. You just don't put everything in. You need to know where to place things at. And even if you want to get a little bit more advanced, learn how to pan. Learn how to place different instruments and vocals.